What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Rhea and Fran, giving you that Friday energy on a Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. How are we feeling today?
Feeling great. It's a beautiful Monday, and I'm very excited for the week.
I am pumped for the week as well. Very excited. I'm kind of stuck in my weekend mode because I saw Obsession, which I will wait for the weekly watch report to talk about. But it's basically all I can think about. I'm not going to lie.
It did seem to consume you just from what I saw on
Your
Instagram.
Anybody who's seen it, I know Noah saw it too. It's pretty all consuming once you see it.
Yeah.
We'll wait to there.
As the #1 frozen fruit bar brand in America, Outshine Fruit Bars and mini fruit pops are made with real fruit or juice and simple ingredients that you can pronounce. Every bite tastes like biting into a piece of ripe fruit, juicy, refreshing, and bursting with flavor. It's a bright, vibrant experience that brings a moment of joy in every bar. What's in each fruit bar? Real fruit or fruit juice and a good source of vitamin C. There's no GMO ingredients, no high fructose corn syrup, and no artificial colors or flavors. They have amazing flavors. It's so stacked. We're talking strawberry, mango, coconut, watermelon, pineapple, cherry. You name it. There's something for whatever you're craving. I had some of the strawberry ones in the office the other day. Oh my gosh, they are so delicious. You've got the classic fruit bars, mini fruit pops, and even fruit blends that swirl multiple flavors together. Think pina colada, cherry limeade, and more. Those are also so delicious. Outshine makes it easy to experience the joy of fruit. The way some fruit is packaged, it can be an obstacle. You bring home a coconut, it's delicious, but you got to crack the shell. A pineapple, amazing, but you got to battle all those spikes. That's where Outshine comes in. Outshine takes the best part of fruit, the juicy, flavorful goodness, and makes it easy to enjoy. No cutting, no mess. Just grab an Outshine bar and enjoy. Outshine, snacking made easy. They are delicious. You guys will love them. You can find the Outshine fruit bars at retailers nationwide.
We did go to Jesse Solomon's 33rd birthday party. You know, we teased that a little bit on Thursday night. And wow, what a night it turned into.
I blame you once again.
You know what? Listen, you can only blame yourself and me, I guess.
We had a lot of fun, but it's just going out after. It's like all of a sudden I'm out till 3 a.m. It took it to ruin my whole weekend.
Mm-hmm. Fran canceled her entire trip.
I was supposed to go to DC with my friends. I just didn't go.
Like, you were that hungover?
I was down bad Friday morning.
I think everybody was, though. Like we were out with Joe and Serena, you know, Bachelor in Paradise. Love them. We were out with a couple people, and everybody on Friday was like, "What have we done?"
Yeah. It was like we were all tight. Like we were with Mubi and Smelly. Even though I really hate calling them Mubi and Smelly.
I know, Maddie and Kelly from Barstool.
Maddie and Kelly. And we just like separate group chats going off with everybody being like, how are you guys doing? Like, I was cracking up. Maddie was like, I bought me and my sister's Gracie Abrams tickets last night. I said, Maddie, they're not even on sale yet. I said, I don't know where you bought them, but they haven't even hit the marketplace yet. And she was like, what? I was cracking up. I tried to leave earlier because we went out after the party. I tried to leave. I walked out. I opened the car door to an Uber, and my brother's friends all come out of the Uber. Like, I was like, ah. They were like, ah. And then they were like, where are you going? I was like, I'm going home. They're like, no, you're not. And then they brought me back in.
That was, honestly, it felt like a movie. It really did, because we were at the party and I was like, guys, come on, let's go out. I got a whole group together. I'm like, we're going out all night. Fran's like, no, I'm not going. I'm like, come on, Fran, everyone's coming.
See, the funny thing is that Fran needs to convince Rhea to actually go to the original event, and then Rhea has to convince Fran to stay.
To stay out. Yeah, it's like, that's what it is. It's like, those videos of it's like the person who originally didn't want to go and then they are like the drunkest at the party. That's me, because then I'm like, we're going out all night. And forced Fran to continue to go out. And then we had such a good time. We were dancing all night. Everyone's boogieing down, having a great time. And then Fran's like, I'm leaving. I'm like, no. And Matt was cracking me up the next day. He was like, there is no one who wanted to leave less than you. He was like, the place is clearing out and you still do not want to leave. I'm like, the music was too damn good. You know, the DJ was fantastic. I didn't want to stop dancing. So then Fran leaves. We still stay. At that point, I think it might have just been me and Matt because I didn't want to leave. And then all of a sudden, Fran walks back in. I fell to the ground. I was like, she's back. I canceled the Uber. We're not leaving. And we continued to stay for like, I don't even know how much longer because I just couldn't believe she was back. And
DJ was playing great music.
Great music. My McDonald's order that night was
astronomical. She had triple digits.
Do you want to hear
triple digits of like money?
Yeah, just for me and Matt. Do you want to hear
what? Triple
How's that
digits?
possible?
Listen, I am not proud of this, but let me tell you, I ate everything. I couldn't stop. It was like the best McDonald's in the entire world.
I'm just trying to think of like what could get two people to triple digits.
No, by the way, I was so drunk. So I just
I'm not judging.
It adds up fast.
I was just pressing things and clicked order. And I remember when Matt went to go get the food at the door, he was like, he had 2 bags in his hand and said, what did you order? 2 medium French fries, 1 McChicken, 1 Quarter Pounder, 1 Big Mac, 1 20-piece chicken nuggets, 2 Diet Cokes, an apple pie cheeseburger, 2 ranch snack wrap meals. So that means 4 Diet Cokes,
the snack
4
wrap
French fries. Meals.
You didn't mean to hit meals on that.
I did not mean to hit meals.
You didn't mean to hit meals on that.
By the way,
extra French fries.
I had one of everything. So
yeah, that's like one of every burger.
It was insane.
It's like one of every burger. Cheeseburger, Quarter Pounder, Big Mac.
I just remember Matt being like, "Rhea, you're not gonna want to overeat like this. Like you're gonna be sick if you continue to go down this path. You might throw up."
Yeah, well,
I didn't though. Yeah. Which
I actually think that
I'm
think that when you eat that much after you went out, it soaks up. And then, like, it helps with the
I
hangover.
actually think it did help because I did not throw up. And I'm actually extremely proud of myself because it was looking real dicey for a minute.
I would say the last 30 minutes of us being out, you kept saying, I'm going to throw up.
I did read our text messages the next day, and I just kept texting Fran, oh, my God, I'm so going to throw up. Like,
yeah.
No, but I didn't.
When we were left, like, when we left, we said goodbye outside, and you were like, I'm so going to throw up.
Yeah, no, I'm really proud that it didn't happen.
No.
On Saturday morning, I was going crazy looking for my comb that I use for my slickbacks. Like, it's a specific comb that I use. And for some reason, I put it in my bag Thursday night to go out. And I was going crazy looking all over for this comb. I couldn't find it anywhere. Walked outside my apartment building. It was on the floor of my apartment building. I'm like, what? How did this even end up here? How? We had a great time though.
Well, how was the Kyle Cooke reunion?
No, we had fun.
Oh, the Kyle Cooke reunion. It was good. I mean, short and sweet. Like, he seemed happy to see me. I pretended to be happy to see him. No, I'm kidding. No, it was funny. It was at that point.
It was a one time. Like, you didn't like hang out.
No. We didn't really hang out.
It was a laugh. It was a high. It was
it was good jokes.
He joked about how he hasn't been on Chicks in the Office in a long time.
Well, I said, you got to come back.
Hey, have him come back. Recap a reunion.
We did say that. I remember that. But it started to get a little dicey at that point. That's like when the drink started to hit me. I think after the Kyle Cooke reunion was, you know, everything was kind of up in the air after that. It was like, you know, all I wanted to do was dance. I hit a point always, if I'm out drinking, where I have to dance. Like, it's just like, get me to a place where I can just
takes over
dance. And there wasn't a lot of dancing happening at Jesse's birthday. You know, it was a lot of talking and stuff. So I wanted to go dance, and that we did.
Definitely.
That we did. Were your friends okay after you showed them all the pictures of us that proved you were in a state of?
I sent it to them. I said, guys, this is why I couldn't make it. They were like, you know what? Fair. Hey, you know what? Fair. And
Mubi had her camera out and took at least 70 pictures, she said.
Oh my God, there's so many
at the
pictures.
club after. And it's like, you know, the movie Hangover level when you look at the picture and you say none of these can see the light of day. Like, I look like a maniac in all
Rhea's
of them.
tongue's out in every single
and
photo.
I ruined every picture. I ruined every picture
There's
possible.
like actually there's one cute group photo that we had the bartender take of all of us, and we actually all look cute. And then if you zoom in, Rhea's like squished between us, and she's just like.
I was sent a photo actually of your guys with your tongue out too.
Yeah,
at one point.
Yeah,
I couldn't. My tongue wouldn't stay in its mouth, and honestly, I have to stop doing that. I hate it. I hate it so much. The next day, it's like there's not a usable photograph because my tongue is just hanging out of my mouth like I'm a fucking dog. It's disgusting. It is. But there was some pictures in there where I thought, yeah, that's why we're this hungover. But the security guard came over to Mubi and was like, can you stop taking so many pictures? And I was like, what are they acting you like you were TMZ in there? It's like you're taking pictures with the group. I've never heard that rule before in this place. So yeah.
You know how the clubs get sometimes. It's like they want this like a mysterious aura.
Right.
Like you can't be like
taking too many pictures.
Yeah. And maybe it was the flash.
Right. Maybe the flash. They're like, and this girl's got her tongue out the entire time. Like, let's put it away.
Yeah, maybe it was the flash. I don't know. I had booked flights, and I got up and I stared at my empty suitcase for like an hour. I couldn't physically put a single item into the suitcase. I couldn't move. And then it got to the point where I was like, this is the last possible minute that I could leave to make it. And I was like, guys, it's just not happening. I feel terrible. So.
Oh man. Well, you know what? Worth it. We had a great time.
Yeah.
I met my friend Fiona's little cutie baby on Saturday. I saw my nephews. It was like a baby-filled weekend on Saturday.
I saw a lot of babies on Saturday too.
Yeah, it was like that kind of vibe after, you know.
I'm in that time.
Yeah, where everyone's got a kid.
Yeah, like it was like a Saturday afternoon. It wasn't beach weather.
Mm-hmm.
And we went up to like grab lunch and watch, what were they watching? Champions League, the Champions League final, soccer. And it was just baby palooza. And I'm just like, I just got Olive. I'm like, this is my baby. All I got. This is all I got right now.
Oh, that's cute though.
But no, it was very nice. I'm ready for like the weekend to fucking give us some beach weather because during the week it's like stunning and then the weekend hits and it's cold.
Yeah, I mean that's just the way it goes in June. That's the June special these days.
Yep.
There was something else I wanted to mention about the weekend and I'm sort of blanking. But no, it was nice. Just stop by Long Island and then Obsession Saturday night, which then just consumed my entire weekend after. Yeah. Hey, finals, the NBA finals start Wednesday.
You guys watched that game? Oh, well, you didn't because you were at the movie.
Yeah, no, I didn't watch.
But that was a great game.
Great game. This is going to be a really exciting finals, I think. And New York, it's just great energy.
Who are you? So you're rooting for the Knicks for Joe?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Because I was going to root for the Knicks if it was the Thunder, but I'm rooting for the Spurs.
Why are you rooting for the Spurs?
Because I'd rather not see like the New York fans like.
But you live in New York.
Yeah, but
you're from New York.
Yeah, but I'm rooting for Boston. Like
you're from New York.
This isn't like a new thing.
I know, but it just hit me. So it's a new thing.
Yeah, no, he is from New York.
It's a new thing for me right now. This is why I always think I know you're from New York, but this is why I always think you're from Boston because
my family and my dad's from Boston.
I know, but you're from. Bro, you're from New York.
I know, but that doesn't change how I feel.
You don't want to see your friends.
No.
You don't want to see your friends
when
happy?
I was in middle school and the Patriots lost to the Giants when they blew those 2 Super Bowls. And I had to show up because I was like, there weren't that many Patriot fans in our school. And then it's like, I was the one that was just made fun of because everyone's a Giants fan. Like, I wasn't like, I'm happy for you guys.
I just think the Knicks have great energy.
No, I don't hate the Knicks, honestly. Like, I hate the fans are more annoying.
I kind of find it odd.
I really like the Knicks team, which helps.
Yeah, I kind of find it odd that you're rooting for the Spurs.
Why? I don't think so. The Spurs are so likable. They have 2 previous Celtics players. I think Wembanyama is like a really fun player to root for.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Greg Popovich, it would be great to see him win after everything.
He's not the coach. He's not the coach anymore.
No, I know. I'm saying, but like he's still part of the team, and like he's had multiple strokes, so it'd be cool to see him win.
Oh, okay. So, you just made this a little bit darker now.
No, I'm just saying, like I'm giving you reasons why I'm rooting for the Spurs.
Okay, fair.
Okay,
you see him up in the box.
How am I
after everything he's gone through?
How am I supposed to go back at that? You know what I mean?
I know. I'm just I'm trying to give you some of my.
That's fine.
Where I'm coming from.
All right, I get it. You know what? You do you. What do I care?
Yeah.
Seriously.
We'll be rooting for the Knicks.
Yes, we will be. All right, let's get into today's show. We're going to be talking about Dua Lipa and Callum Turner. They're married. Woo! The D'Amelio family drama. Ooh, we have a little more insight. This has been going on for years. People have been speculating, but now we have a little bit more. Scooter Braun did an interview, said he doesn't really know Taylor Swift, and we'll talk about the PDA-filled Sydney Sweeney and Scooter Braun videos we've been getting. Taylor Swift, a lot of teasing going on for Toy Story. Is there a song? Is she in the movie? Who's to say? And we have the weekly watch report, so let's get into it. Before we get into all the topics, we need to talk about the thing that is keeping everyone's lives organized right now, and that is Microsoft 365 Copilot. What if you could add an AI assistant to your work without leaving your workflow? Built into Microsoft Word, Excel, and Outlook, Copilot works where you work, helping you do more in the apps you already use. In Word, Copilot helps turn scattered notes into a first draft. In Excel, it generates insights from your data. And in Outlook, it cuts through the noise to get you up to speed faster. The apps you know go further with Copilot. Learn more at m365copilot.com/work. Huge news. Dua Lipa and Callum Turner are officially married. They had a small, intimate civil wedding in London this past weekend. And my goodness, did they look like royalty. I ate this up, the two of them. I could scream. They were looking so gorgeous, both of them together. And there's been a lot of rumors about what their big wedding is going to be if they are going to have one. A lot of rumors that they're getting married in Palermo, Sicily. You know, that they shut down this whole resort, gorgeous resort in Sicily for next weekend. So that would add up with the civil ceremony happening this past weekend in London. They're both from London, right? So I guess, you know, they wanted to do it there. And then they have their big celebration next weekend. It was just to die for, the photographs that we got. I couldn't even believe that we got these photographs. Like, when I saw a headline that Callum Turner and Dua Lipa got married, I was like, oh, that's nice. We have an inside source. But then we got photographs.
No, I know. I think they obviously had it arranged to have one photographer, I guess, catch them in that walking down the steps photograph. And it was beyond her outfit. Like, I knew she was going to crush all her bridal looks anyway. And the fact that this is just the beginning, that this is just the civil ceremony look, and she is hitting it that hard. And we haven't even gotten to probably who knows how many looks she's going to have for a whole weekend party in Sicily. She's wearing like, Olive is up on the table. Get down, please. She's wearing custom Schiaparelli. It's just like she's got all these designers rumored to be lining up to have created bridal looks for her for hopefully this weekend. And if I know my girl Dua, she loves putting out a nice dump of photos. And I am hoping she spares no post. Like, give us everything.
Yes, she is going to be posting a ton, I feel, because I don't think she's not one to hide this kind of thing. Like, I think we will get a multiple dumping after the weddings.
Right, which is why I think we got that picture, was just like these two pictures of them coming down the steps. He looked so handsome. I just love the two of them. They really are one of my favorites. Like, sit me down with the two of them and across a table of a dark, moody bar with a bunch of dirty martinis.
It's amazing. You know? I want to go to the Connaught with them and just have a nice little tableside martini with them. They are just gorgeous. They're so happy. They're so in love. I'm eating it up. It was just absolutely stunning. They look so happy. You know, apparently inside sources are saying Callum was all teary-eyed and emotional. Obviously, you know, that's like, come on.
He's marrying like the most beautiful woman in the world.
And there's also just like nothing better than that walking down the stairs bliss of you just got married. It's like, it's so cute, so gorgeous.
I'm so excited for them.
I'm so excited, and I cannot wait to see what next weekend brings, because originally when I saw those reports about a Sicilian wedding, I was like, we have a lot of details. I don't know how true this is going to be. But then when they got married this weekend, I'm like, oh my God, this has to be true. The weekend before the actual weekend, it just lines up.
It does, and it feels like the story had changed, and when it changes that rapidly, someone's got an inside scoop. Like at first it was maybe later in the summer, and then it just kept moving up and up and up. And now that it's almost here, I'm sure that's more of what they're getting. And I think like the Italian media has been all over this. Like I think they're really like they got the inside scoop on what places are being rented and this and that and everything. So I think they've put the puzzle pieces together.
Just so adorable, so happy for them, and can't wait to see what we get next week, because just knowing these two, they also love a party. Like the funniest, I was seeing people talk about how it was supposed to be like just an intimate wedding, and then they said, fuck it, we're going to do a big party. And obviously the biggest party enthusiast on the planet, Dua Lipa, is like, I'm actually going to throw a banger of a party for this.
But that's why it's so good, like, because you can do best of both worlds. You do both. You do... Their civil ceremony with a very small group of people. They have that intimate setting, and then they throw an absolute blowout.
Right, and then they'll be on their honeymoon all summer and probably into winter.
Honestly, probably for a year.
Yeah,
I don't think if anything, this honeymoon is lasting 6 months at the least. Like he may have jobs he needs to put on pause. Like she's gonna be like, we're not leaving this yacht.
If we know anything about Vacation Dua, like this is a year honeymoon.
They're going to be on a yacht for forever.
Their whole life is a honeymoon. It's amazing. Yeah. Moving on to some drama here. So the D'Amelio family drama, if you guys are not familiar, Charli D'Amelio, TikTok star, Dixie D'Amelio, the whole family got big on TikTok. Around 2020, huge. Charli was the first TikTok person to reach 100 million followers. Everyone knows who she is. And then, the family got fame, and then they ended up getting a reality show, and the parents got followers. Heidi and Charli both went on Dancing with the Stars at the same time, which now thinking back, kind of odd. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I think back to it, I think back to my mom and my mom would never do that. Like, my mom would never compete against me in a competition. She would only be rooting for me, if that makes sense. It's just something to think about. It's something to just to reflect on and go, I guess that was kind of odd. We had a mom-daughter competing against each other. Right. I don't know, just throwing it out there. I actually was taught, I saw my mom on Saturday. I brought this up to her. I said, if I was going on Dancing with the Stars and they offered you Dancing with the Stars, would you do it? Obviously, I would be okay with her doing it. But my mom was like, never. I would just want you to do it. I want you to win. Because that's the kind of woman she is, But
no, it's super fair. In my mind, though, it's like Heidi knows she's not beating Charli,
Yeah.
Beating or just like taking some of the spotlight?
It's just more about like
it just turns competition wise. Like, I think it's like, I'm not going to be close to what Charli does on this.
I don't know if Heidi looks at it like that. I think that the D'Amelios were eating up the fame. And so,
it's true.
Moving forward now, in recent years, it's looked like Charli has completely stepped away and separated herself from the family. You'll see Dixie occasionally with Mark and Heidi. You will never see Charli with Mark and Heidi, or Dixie really. Most notably at Coachella recently, people noticed that Dixie and Charli were never, ever, ever together. Charli, I think, lives in New York. When she was on Broadway, her parents never went to go see her. And everyone had been speculating.
Heidi's social media has gotten a little interesting, too. Like, it's been very, inspirational video type of vibe that, maybe she wasn't necessarily doing before.
Right. Yes. It did take a little bit of a turn. So then this past weekend, Dumois posted Charli D'Amelio's family allegedly rocked by financial dispute. They wrote, sources allege that TikTok and Broadway star Charli D'Amelio discovered millions of dollars had been transferred out of accounts that were established during the years her career was managed by her parents. Insiders claim the transfers allegedly occurred over an extended period and involved funds that were intended for Charli's savings. According to sources, Charli became aware of the situation after her parents were allegedly supposed to be removed from certain accounts. The matter is now reportedly in the hands of attorneys. Sources further allege the dispute has caused a major rift within the family, with Charli's sister Dixie reportedly siding with the parents. All allegations remain unverified. So then Mark stepped in. He commented, no one called me for an interview. This is not true. We love Charli, but she's being manipulated and I have the receipts. Over the last 6 years, we have remained silent and never addressed gossip, but the time has come to set the record straight. Dumois then responded to Mark, please check your DMs. Mark then went on live where he kind of like gave a lot of information about what was going on, basically just kept saying he has receipts and that Charli's being manipulated and he's trying to keep Charli safe away from these Hollywood people.
Didn't he say there were like pedophiles?
Yeah,
he
was
DMs?
He was like notable pedophiles were in her DMs and he's trying to keep her safe from that. And they were working with a business manager who left them to only work with Charli. They were also working with a financial guy who left them to only work with Charli. And that when they separated, the guy had sent all of the D'Amelio family passwords to the new business manager, and Mark had emailed, hey, why are you sharing my passwords with this person who's only going to work with Charli? And he was like, listen, anybody DM me, like I'll give you the receipts, maybe I'll post them. So but I'm just very confused here because now I'm like, all right, now he's telling a lot of their business, a lot of Charli's business, and he just kept going on about how as a dad he wanted to give everything to Charli and Dixie, and how him growing up and his mom, they didn't have anything, and so he wanted to provide what he didn't have to the girls, and was saying before, it's not like they came from nothing before TikTok, they had money before TikTok, and it was a whole long live, and now it begs the question, like, should the dad be getting on Instagram Live and pouring out more of their family business? Like, and his whole thing was like, I just want Charli back. She won't talk to me. And just to clear, because he's like, I want to clear my name. At one point, I think he said, I'm Italian. Sorry. At one point, right? I don't know if
classic explanation.
I'm like, did I make this up? Or he was like, I'm an Italian guy. Now I'm like, was that a fever dream that he was saying that, or was? Sorry. Now I'm like, I feel like I'm glitching because I'm like, did I watch that correctly?
That's just the natural progression of what he was saying.
He was like, I'm an Italian guy. I don't know, but it's not funny because it's very serious. Obviously, a family being broken up, young girls. Is her money being stolen? Is she being manipulated? Who's to believe here? I don't love that the dad's getting on telling their whole business before Charli's saying, like it's very hard to navigate. I see Sarah furiously researching if Mark D'Amelio was saying he was Italian on this live because I'm like, wait, did he?
It's unclear. It's probably impossible to find out.
I'm gonna go back to
unless the live is completely transcribed somewhere.
Because I think from what I recall when I was watching it, it was so long. But from what I recall when I was watching it, he was like almost like I got nothing to hide. I'm Italian, like that sort of thing. Which is
I'm an open book.
Yeah, like I'm not perverted. I'm just Italian. That sort of thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna research this as you.
I can't find
thoughts.
anything either, but
I'll find it. Don't worry.
If it was said, you'll find it.
Yeah.
I don't know. The whole thing is just that's very sad because she is a very young girl who you would hope stays close with her family. And right now it feels like that's not the case. Hopefully they're able to all sort it out and figure it out. But if I'm Charli, I'm definitely not loving having tension and then he's going on social and putting it all on blast.
It's just weird because it's like all their money now is because of like Charli D'Amelio. Like if you go back to the root of like everything now.
That is true. Wait,
now Mark did say he in one of those comments he was like, "We had money before TikTok."
He did say that, money. But not this kind of money.
Not this kind. Not this kind of money. Not this kind of fame. But like they were very well off.
Yeah.
All right. I just would like to confirm that he did say, "I'm an East Coast guy. I'm Italian." So let me just play that part because I thought that I was for a second. I was like, "Did I just make that up?"
Yeah.
I'm going to be the scapegoat here, but shit's not happening, dude. I will defend my daughter. I don't give a shit. I'm going to say I have nothing to lose. The only thing I have to lose is my family, and I'm not going to lose my family. We're going to get Charli back. So yeah. But look, when we first came out here, everybody said, "Watch the team you put around you." And I'm an East Coast guy. I'm Italian. I trusted the fact that I thought people. If we paid them and treated them right, and dude, you don't know.
He's basically being like, I'm an East Coast guy, I'm Italian, I know about loyalty, and I trusted these people.
Yeah.
The spa music, I think, was the poster's choice. I don't know if the spa music was in Mark's live.
It kind of helped.
I think
the vibe.
I think that was some creative liberty by the poster.
I like it.
That posted on TikTok.
Was there music playing in the back?
There was like a sad piano.
There was like some spa music, like made it like seemed just a little bit more zen. And he was like, "I'm an East Coast guy. I'm Italian."
Yeah, I mean, that's also sad too. Is like if they did work with maybe some people that ended up being shady, and now they've got Charli in their grips.
Right.
That's not good either.
Yeah, because I do think that we need to be open-minded in the fact, like, we can't just blame the D'Amelio family right away, right? Because we know how Hollywood can be. And there are some bad, creepy people in Hollywood. And so you don't know if Charli's mixed up with these people and they have her, thinking that they could be trusted and not her family.
Yeah.
On the other side of that, we've also seen stories time and time again of families taking advantage of their kids and their money.
Yeah.
So I think you also have to look at that. Noah, you do bring up a good point. Like, yeah, they did make a fuck ton of money off their kids, off of Charli and Dixie. They absolutely did. They capitalized on that. The parents got involved. They start posting. The whole family's
also
like,
always interesting.
We're going to be, famous and make a ton of money and all this stuff. So you got to look at all angles here.
Because it's like the Beckhams where it's like Dixie is siding with the parents. And it's like, why is she... Like, what does she know? Or what does she think she knows that she's siding with her parents?
You never know, though. Like, you can't just take that at face value of like, because this sibling is siding with the parents and this one's not. Like, that is not the end-all, be-all of...
For sure. Jamie Lynn had sided with the parents, and we know that they weren't exactly doing the right thing for Britney.
Exactly. So. That's why it's such a sad situation. It really is. Because I'm sure... Charli has complicated feelings about being, 16 years old at the time, being thrust into TikTok stardom, and then having to do all these things that maybe she did not want to do,
right.
And
it's just such a hard balance too, because it's like when that happens to you, you're so young. It's probably everything you dreamed of, and you're like begging your parents to do it. Like you want to do it all so badly, and then. If your parents are like, I want to support you and this is something that you really want to do, so we'll do it. And then a few years down the line, it's like, oh, this is way more than I thought. I don't want to do it anymore. But now you got this whole fucking massive business that's been created around the name that it's like, well, now we can't just stop. We have an entire network of people that work for us and all these things that we're doing. And it's like hard to just hit the brakes and stop it all. So I don't know. That is a very complicated world.
It really is a very complicated situation, and I'm not necessarily like this one's wrong, this one's right. Like I think we need I don't know. I don't know what to believe. Obviously, I feel really bad for Charli. I feel the most bad for Charli because
I hope that they can figure this out offline.
Exactly, and I wish that as well, because airing out the business, I think, even pushes Charli away further as well. And
Definitely.
You're now giving the internet way more information that we had no idea anything about. So, and I don't feel like he really addressed any of the millions of dollars being taken away. Like, that was the original posting.
Right. Just like, I guess by his comment, I can post them, but
right. So
where are they? Exactly.
So very, very confusing. I feel really bad for Charli. And it's just a very sad situation, whether it's true that they were taking her money, whether she is being manipulated by maybe some business people. I don't know, but they got to take this offline.
Yep.
Because
definitely.
The best thing that happened with Addison Rae was her totally like separating from whatever bullshit was happening with her parents, you know?
Yeah.
Because remember, they had some, Addison Rae's dad was fucking insane. And
still is.
And is still crazy, but now you don't necessarily associate her with her, like, you're just like, she's removed herself from that.
For sure. Yeah.
So we shall see.
If you are looking for a delicious summer cocktail, RumHaven is just the best, because the world can be loud, too filtered, too fake, but not here, not with us. RumHaven is where the noise fades and the real comes out, where you can unbutton expectations and sip on what's true and what's natural. One taste of pure cane sugar and real coconut water lets you feel the difference. You can really taste the difference in your drink. It's what real tastes like. That place, that feeling, that mindset where everything finds its balance. Because in this space, you can be real with yourself, your friends, and even the strangers who might just become them. RumHaven cocktails are delicious. I love making a nice RumHaven cocktail in the summer. There's so many great options. We were just out in Charleston and we were having some RumHaven mojitos that were so good. Really, so many great cocktails you can make. You can do our Friday Energy Punch, which is delicious. So open up a bottle, lose the small talk, and find the good vibes, because the best moments aren't fake. They're simply real. RumHaven, made for real.
Moving on, Scooter Braun did an interview, and this clip is going viral, where he talks about how he doesn't even really know Taylor Swift, met her 3 times, never really in depth. And I don't know if I guess some people are surprised by that. I think some people thought that they had known each other really well.
I don't know why anyone would think that.
I think that it was pretty known that they didn't. And that's why it was even more shocking, because they didn't know each other and he was making these business deals about, someone he didn't know.
Yeah. I don't think that this was surprising at all. He's been doing some more press. I don't really think it helps him or benefits him at all to be bringing up her name. Now, of course, I know he's being asked about it. Like, he's not bringing it up himself. He's being interviewed and he's going to be asked about it. But at this point, it's like, come up with some G-rated way to evade the question, or just be like, oh yeah, like, I'm moving on from that, or blah, blah, blah. Like something where it's just like, you don't need to give a single more detail, because it's not going to benefit you at all. Like, there's just no reason at this point to say anything more. You're not going to win anybody over.
Yeah, and then just to be like, yeah, I didn't even know her. People aren't going to be like, oh, it's okay. He didn't even know her. It's just not.
I think he actually said at one point, he's like, you know what? I don't think I've ever said this, but I'm going to give you like an exclusive. And be like, I didn't know Taylor.
He thought he was dropping a big bomb there. Like, you get this. I didn't even know her. On top of that, we're getting so much Sydney Sweeney and Scooter Braun PDA.
So much content.
They're so cute.
It does not make me feel the way that Callum Turner and Dua Lipa make me feel,
No, sure it doesn't.
Or the way that Kylie Jenner and Timmy or Travis and Taylor. It does not give me the warm butterfly feelings. It makes me feel weird. Like,
I know.
She's like, oh, when your girl says she hasn't been to Times Square and you're laying in bed and you wake up and you just run to Times Square together. I don't know.
It's also like, oh, perfectly timed when her billboard is like, she's got a full ass billboard in Times Square. Like, I don't know what. I watched that video. It was like watching a girl go out with her like fun uncle, took her on a bike trip.
That is what it's giving most of the time when you see videos of them.
Yeah. Like and not like full blown parent, but like your mom's like cool younger brother.
Yeah,
it's like
or family friend,
sneaking you out. And they're like, oh, you like, let's go do something. You know what it is?
It's like Tom Selleck and Monica in Friends. Oh. You know, they're the Geller's parents.
Yeah.
Family best friend.
Right. But he was Tom Selleck, so that made it way cooler.
Yeah, Tom. Well, okay. Are we going to talk about the Tom Selleck thing?
That was crazy. By the way,
that was insane. That Tom Selleck story this weekend.
Oh, the people, the
murder suicide about the Tom Selleck impersonator.
That was nuts.
That was really crazy. No, I know you were like really invested in this. Can you give us a little rundown of what happened?
I mean, yeah. Basically, to sum it up, from what I've read, which was just the one article that I read, but. This older woman, I don't know how old, but she must have been like older than the 60s, I would think. I think maybe like even later, but was contacted, someone saying that they were Tom Selleck. At first, he was just like asking like, oh, can you give me like $100 or like some small number, like I'm throwing a party and like, oh, like you can get a table for this amount. Like kept raising it and then just kept on asking for more and more and more money over time. And she ended up spending like over $30,000 with him, and her friends and husband like knew about it while it was happening, being like they literally like cut her off. Like he like removed access of like their credit cards, and she'd like up until the very end like be asking her friends to loan her money to give to this fake Tom Selleck, and then I guess like there's no real reason why the murder suicide happened, but I think. From what I got from it was like the husband like was just couldn't take it anymore, like embarrassment or I don't know what it was. And
he killed her.
That's what it seems like. He killed her and himself.
And then himself. It's such an insane story.
Where were they located?
It's taking advantage of an elderly woman by having her send money. Because she thinks, and we had this discussion about it being Tom Selleck.
She was 79 and the husband was 80.
Tom Selleck is very big in the elder community. You know, people love Tom Selleck.
79 and 80. Yeah.
So she was being bamboozled by this Tom Selleck impersonator, and then the husband ends up killing her.
She like her friends were saying like they told her like it's obviously a scam, and she like wouldn't believe them.
Well, because she was so, she was clearly at a point where she was so old and not well.
She would not believe anybody.
They cut up her credit cards. They closed all her accounts, but she still found ways to get money. She started hiding everything.
It's one of the most insane stories I've seen recently. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And then the husband being like, I can't take this anymore.
There's no real, like, I haven't actually seen any, like, I'm reading all these articles. I'm like, there's nothing that says, like, the husband, but, like, that.
No,
that makes the most
it's
sense.
Just like, but it's like the way that these interviews are published. It was like she started asking their friends for money too, and then they're like that was the last straw for the husband.
Yeah,
this is a People magazine interview that was
the husband.
He
was
the whole town is like
he was so embarrassed. He could not believe she would ask her friends to participate in this scam.
Such an insane story,
and it sounded like it was only. Like email or text, like there's so many other ways now that.
Well, she was first contacted via Facebook.
Yeah, but there's so many like now. Like imagine you get a call and it's like an AI time cell. Like you would never know if you're 80.
Yeah.
You know for sure if you're.
No, I know.
So fucked up. Ooh, what an insane story.
That's terrible.
So terrible. Back to Sydney Sweeney and Scooter Braun. No easy segue there.
I forgot what we were talking about in the first place.
No easy segue.
And whatever, like they post this video, they're riding city bikes through New York. I guess at that time of night, It seemed like it was late, throw on a hood and sunglasses. You're good to go. You can go anywhere. It seems like they were eating. It looked like they went to Shake Shack. I don't even not quite sure where they were.
Like,
they hit the Times Square Shake Shack.
It's like the last place I want to go.
She's got big Scooter Braun to protect her.
Yeah, but I don't know. She's never been. And I wonder. I'm assuming she was aware of the giant American Eagle billboard of herself.
Right. I would actually say Times Square at night
it's like
a
less
lot
crowded,
nicer than Times Square during the day.
Well, it's less crowded, but there's more like
but there's more magic in the air at night, I believe.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. See all the lights, the billboards, everything. You see what's going on.
She probably wanted to be recognized by at least a couple people.
She wanted to stand in front of her billboard. Hey, we've been there.
She had like a full Damien Mean Girls fit on. Like it was like this, like the
no
like
one
the tight,
recognized me.
Like the tight hoodie and like the sunglasses.
She's like wee on the city bike.
The whole thing.
It was the whole thing.
Yeah.
Moving on, last topic. Taylor Swift, there's been a lot of teasing going on with Toy Story. So a while back, she had a countdown on her website that had like the Toy Story clouds in the background, and people were speculating about that. Now we got a TS billboard, and yes, we know those are the initials for Toy Story, but they don't do that.
But they didn't add a 5.
Yeah, and Toy Story doesn't usually do abbreviations for Toy Story. They're never like, TS. So that was put on there.
There's 13 clouds.
13 clouds.
Apparently, if you search her name into TikTok, clouds start coming up on the TikTok.
The 1989 cover was changed from birds to clouds. They're doing a lot of song titles thrown in, like "Are you ready for it?" All of that.
Yeah. They posted a video of Jessie dancing on the billboard, and the caption was, "She's making these moves up as she goes."
Mm-hmm. So there's just
it's really it's happening.
It's happening. But now the question begs: is it a song in Toy Story, or is she playing a character in Toy Story plus a song? Because there's a lot of toys. She could voice a toy.
Right. We got a lot of new characters, so it seems.
Mm-hmm.
I would hope it's a character.
My guess is song. My guess is some sort of like heartbreaking Jessie song. Like I think it's going to be about Jessie's character. And they're going to hit us absolutely in the feels. Like what's the other one that they did for maybe Toy Story 3? I'm not going to be able to find it. Like the
We Belong Together? That's Toy Story 3 by Randy Newman.
When She Loved Me.
Oh.
I'm thinking of When She Loved Me, Sarah McLachlan.
Oh
my God.
Sarah McLachlan, always with the saddest songs.
You guys ever listen to that one? Holy shit. Oh my God. It'll
Oh wow, it's only a couple weeks away.
Yeah, that's why they're doing this big push.
But how does that work? If it is a song, do they put out the song before the movie? Because then I feel like that takes away some of the magic.
No, normally it's the same day because it's like the movie comes out on Friday and like new music comes out on Friday.
Yeah.
My guess is she has at least a couple lines as a character. A song.
She plays herself.
Yeah. Plus a song. I think it's both.
The Swifties also think perhaps there could be some sort of debut album situation here because Toy Story is out in theaters June 19th, which is also the anniversary of the release of her first single ever, Tim McGraw.
Okay.
So that could be a possibility, or it could be something just totally new.
I feel like it's going to be something totally new. I don't know if Toy Story would be like doing this many.
It does feel like Toy Story is like, you tell us what we should do. Like to Taylor. Like Taylor's running the whole marketing
Easter eggs
campaign.
about
and like they're really marketing it as like it would be a sad one because they one of the Taylor Swift's essential playlists on Spotify was updated to include only track 5s. And if you look at the lyrics on Spotify, all the S's and the T's capitalized. T's and the S's.
Yeah. Okay. So there. Yeah.
I mean, it's like there couldn't be more of a trail.
There could not. They are really, really diving deep into this.
Yeah.
I'm going character and song. But not a big character.
Right. It's like we know that Bad Bunny has a cameo. He's playing a pizza with sunglasses.
Yes. So if Bad Bunny has a cameo, then it's very possible that Taylor has
very, very possible that she could be something.
She's
Bad Bunny
sandwich with
a
hat.
Whole campaign though.
Yeah. Bad Bunny could have a song as well.
He could have a song as well. You never know. This is Disney said in a news release, effortlessly cool and mysterious. Pizza with Sunglasses is a member of a small but mighty community of forgotten toys that live in an abandoned backyard shed. So that's Bad Bunny's character.
Like, go see this movie in theaters, you think? I don't even remember. I don't even think I saw the last two Toy Stories.
Really?
I don't know if I've seen. I can't remember.
Oh my! I cry in every single
Definitely
one.
not 4. I don't know if
3 I saw in theaters. I think I've seen both in theaters actually, or 3 and 4 I saw in theaters.
4 I think I watched at home. 3 I think I saw in theaters. When did 4 come out? 2000.
4 came out in like
2019.
Okay, yeah.
Basically the same day, June 21st, 2019.
I saw that one in theaters, and I saw 3 in theaters. 3 is the best one.
3 is fantastic.
That's what it seems like a lot of people say. I feel like you can't beat the first one, but
I think I've seen
of course not.
Third one more than the first one.
I gotta rewatch them.
Yeah,
I like Toy Story 4 as well.
I liked Toy Story 4, but wasn't my favorite.
Toy Story 4 has a 97% on Rotten Tomatoes.
They're all great.
I think that's what I was saying.
They're all very highly rated, right? I think Forky, sorry, I forgot.
Forky, yes.
Yeah.
That son of a bitch,
Forky. I'm excited to see this one. I think I like the premise.
Yeah.
It's a great premise, and it's a premise that will actually
it's going to be very
sad.
Make
me sob.
Andy's
It's going to make
balding.
me sob. Oh my God. The one is coming. There's going to be a scene where a kid takes its toy and then fucking throws the toy on the ground and picks up its iPad.
And picks up Lily Pad.
And picks up the iPad, and the iPad's like, hee, and the poor toy is being thrown on the ground and be sobbing like a baby. I'm going to be like, oh.
Evil Lily Pad.
The toys.
Yeah.
It's a great premise, though. I mean, look, I don't think they would come back and do another one if they didn't have a great idea, because it's like every single time they tell us it's going to be the last one. And then I feel like they come up with a great idea and they get everybody on board. Joan Cusack is like doing the carpets and shit, and she never does. So that people think that means Jessie has a very major role in this one.
I think that this will be the last one, actually.
Yeah.
Unless until 10, 15 years from now, you get another one. But this one will be the last one for a while, in my opinion.
You never know what kind of big tech. Hey, eventually it could be AI. It could be robots. Who knows what could be the next
Toy
one
Story,
could be.
You could just make 1 billion of them.
Yeah, like there's always something that they could do. But now I'm talking myself into wanting to go see it in theaters. At first I was like, maybe I won't, but now I think I think I just might.
Seems like maybe it'd be like a great movie night to see.
Yeah. Yep, exactly.
All right, that wraps up the topics. You have heard us say it, but we will say it again and again. Skims is always changing their game with their intimates and honestly everything that they got going on. Everything that Skims comes out with is really the best. I actually am wearing Skims bra, underwear, and top right now because they really do have the best of the best. I love this long sleeve top that I have on right now that is Skims, and my most comfortable bras and underwear are all Skims. You really can never ever go wrong. And as you guys know, we love our Skims bras, underwear, and I didn't think it could get any better, but it does. They're cotton underwear. They're everyday cotton, especially under a t-shirt. It's just so comfortable. You can never go wrong. Also, I love a Skims boy short underwear. I live in those, especially to sleep in at night. Little Skims t-shirt with the underwear. Oh, it's like my go-to pajama uniform, as well as Skims pajamas, honestly. I actually just bought one of my friends some Skims pajamas because they're just too good. So trust us when we say Skims is the absolute best. Their everyday cotton is the best. You're going to be so comfortable. This is just going to be like a go-to top for me. I have it in multiple colors now. So shop everyday cotton and all of our favorite bras and underwear at skims.com. And after you place your order, be sure to let them know we sent you. Select podcast in the survey and select our show to let them know who sent you. All right, let's get into the Weekly Watch Report, where we talk about the things we watched this week. A Weekly Watch Report on Monday, Weekly Watch Report on Monday, Weekly Watch Report on Monday, Weekly Watch Report on Monday.
I'm just going to smile back at you until you stop smiling. Is this an obsession thing?
Oh, God. Yeah. I was just like, what's happening?
Yeah, I was trying
like, I haven't even
I thought you were actually waiting for us to talk.
No, I was just waiting.
I haven't even seen the movie. And
I was just waiting for Noah to pick up on that.
No, I didn't pick up on that at all.
I'm your freaky Riri. Okay, sorry. That was an obsession thing. I apologize. Well, I guess we'll just get right into it. Now,
it's hard to talk about. That's the thing.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
You're not going to watch it?
Go ahead. I'm not going to
There's no way Fran's going to see this. There's no way.
No.
Because Fran's not going to see it alone, first of all. And there is a 0% chance Joe will see this. And he shouldn't.
No.
He should not. He should not.
Nope. Like maybe one day down the line I'll watch it like at home, but I'm not running. I can't see this by myself. So no, go ahead. It's
all
okay.
Right. Spoiler if you don't want to be spoiled. Although a lot of listeners DM me saying, please talk about it. I will never see it, but I want to know what happens. Okay.
Yeah.
First off, I want to say that this movie was so good. Do you agree or disagree?
Extremely good.
Extremely good.
Yeah. Honestly, because like the expectations were very high because going into it, and it's only been out for like a week, not even. People were like hyping it up so much. And so I'm like, I hope it at least meets or comes close to that. But I think it exceeded like my expectations.
Me as well. So they had a $750,000 budget or $1 million, somewhere in between that range, and they have now made over $100 million in the box office.
It says it's eyeing possibly $330 million,
which is just so insane. And you know, this has happened before. I mean, Paranormal Activity had like a $15K budget and made over $100 million in the box office, but it just doesn't happen often in this way.
No.
This movie was also shot in 20 days, and it's just blew my mind.
Also, like his first like feature, film.
So Curry Baker, who is known for like his sketch comedy and YouTube, and that this is his first feature film, horror film. And let me just say, the acting, phenomenal. Genuinely, Indy, who plays Nikki, she should be nominated for awards. And it is pretty rare that horror movies will be nominated. You know, Weapons was this past season, award season, but
she won, yeah. What's her name?
But sometimes it's like
Amy Madigan.
Yeah, they've been around for a while and they get recognized for it. So I don't know what will happen here with Indy, but she was so phenomenal. I can't wrap my head around how good of a horror movie portrayal she did, and also just in general, like the work that she did, her movements, her facial expressions, everything about it was incredible. Michael Johnston, who played Bear, also incredible.
My guy Andy Richter.
Andy Richter had a couple scenes, which was hilarious.
When he showed up, I was like, what the fuck? Was that Andy Richter? Because he wasn't like...
No, he played Sarah's dad.
Yeah, it was like an extremely small role.
Extremely small role. I mean, the cast was so small. There was only like 4 characters in the whole thing. And this, I think, was a slow burn. I mean, it happens fast.
Honestly, it didn't even feel like a slow burn to me.
Basically,
how long is it?
An hour and 40?
Hour and 45 or something, yeah.
Basically, the premise of the movie is this kid, Bear, he really likes a girl in his friend group, Nikki. He doesn't know how to tell her, da-da-da-da. She is on the phone with him. She says, oh my God, my crystal necklace fell down the drain. He goes to a crystal shop. He's going to go originally buy her a necklace. He decides not to. He sees this one wish willow thing where it's like you buy it and you crack it open, you make a wish. And he's like, oh, there's no way this actually works. But he drops Nikki at home. He doesn't have the guts to tell Nikki that he likes her because he's a baby back bitch. And instead, he makes a wish with this one wish willow. And he says, I wish that Nikki loves me more than she loves anyone else in the world. Breaks it. Immediately it happens. There's an immediate switch, which was such amazing work on her part in acting, where you can see the switch happen with her so fast, and like kind of like she's fighting it, like her body's fighting it, but she's going in and out of it until she's just fully in it. She's just fully obsessed. And there's so many layers to the story and, you know, deeper meaning of the story. And Bear is obviously the villain here because he is making a wish that is giving Nikki no control of her body. Like,
To be fair, and at the very beginning, it's like he didn't think it was going to actually
happen.
But then after that, he's like
after that, he is fully the villain of the story because he leans into it. He knows what's happening. He realizes that the wish worked, and yet he's still making choices that are so selfish, knowing that he just took full control of this girl's body, and she has no control, zero control. And at one point, he calls the Wish hotline, and he's like, "Can I alter the wish?"
Which is, by the way, did you know that was the director?
Yeah,
on the phone?
Yeah, the director played like the guy on the hotline. But he's like, "Can I alter the wish?" And so still, he's being selfish. He's like, "Can I just make her like me, but like not be obsessed
and not be insane
And like and there were amazing parts of the movie where they kind of just show like her shadow, like. You can't even fully see her face,
like silhouette,
in her silhouette, and it kind of just like showed that he was like he liked the idea of Nikki loving him, but he didn't even really know Nikki. He just wanted this girl to love him, but he didn't even really know her or try to get the chance, or he didn't even have the guts to give it a shot and be like, "Hey, I like you," and give her
was the line.
Give her the choice of, "Do you like me back?" It was like, "No, I now fully know she has no control over this."
Because there was the one scene where in the middle of the night, she's like, "Kill me." And it was like actually Nikki talking, the
real Nikki.
The real Nikki. Whatever other Nikki was like asleep, she said.
Like the entity.
And he was like, "How, like, is it really that bad being with me?" And she was like, "I've never been with you." Like this.
Right. Because there were parts where the real Nikki was coming out. And while the fake Nikki's sleeping. And he is so selfish in that moment, even being like, "Is it so bad being with me?" And like you said, she's like, "I was never with you." Because every bit of the part when he was with Nikki was fake Nikki. It wasn't really her. And there were, even little signs, like she made his lunch, which I cannot even talk about that part. I genuinely, it's going to make me sick. I'm not even going to tell you because it's going to make me puke. She writes, and it's a picture of them too, and she writes, "Not me." Like, there were so many signs of real Nikki being coherent, but not being able to be
at the
controlled.
Party,
like
when she like tried to stab herself.
Right. There's just so many times where she's trying to come out. It was so well done though, and the ending was phenomenal. They had shot 2 different endings, and the original ending that they shot multiple times, and the ending that they ended up using, they only shot 1 take of because Curry, the director, was like, "We didn't think we were going to use this." But I'm so glad they did because this ending that they used, I think, is so much better.
I also found...
Do you know what the other ending was? Like, do you know what the other ending was?
Yeah, so basically, there was like the most insane jump scare. There's another girl in the friend group, Sarah, who actually likes Bear. And it's hard to explain because otherwise I'm going to go through the entire movie. But they're in the car in the middle of the night. Sarah texts Bear, is like, "Hey, meet me. I need to tell you some things at like 3 a.m. And he meets up with her, and they're in the car, and it's like a really nice moment, and because this is a nice moment that something really fucking bad is about to happen. And even though you know that a jump scare is going to happen, nothing can prepare you for Nikki jumping out and fucking hitting her with a brick and killing her. Like, it is it is
smashing her face into a brick,
smashing her face
30 seconds.
It is so obscene. Nothing can prepare you for it, even though you know it's coming. And so she kills the friend, and they make their way back to Bear's place, and basically the only way to get the wish to stop is if Bear dies. So like, what the person,
or if you can find someone to use their wish to possibly like counteract his wish.
Yeah, because you only get one wish. So he tried to get his friend to make another wish, and his friend didn't believe him. And his friend was like, "Yeah, I wish for $1 billion." And like literally $1 billion fell from the sky. And that is like kind of, I think, shows that like the wish itself is not inherently bad, but it's the wisher. It's like what you wish for and what your intent is what's bad and what's, makes you a villain. Because wishing for $1 billion billion just fell from the sky and there was no consequences. It was like,
and then the fact that when the friend ended up dying, all that money just disappears because the wish dies with you.
Yeah. The wish dies with the person. So basically he calls, he's like, how can I get this stopped? And the guy's like, if you die or you kill yourself, like just kill yourself. I don't know. So basically she's going insane. She kills the other two friends. Bear goes into the bathroom and is originally going to shoot himself. Doesn't do that. He instead takes a bunch of pills to kill himself. And as he's doing that, you hear in the other room her break the other wish to wish that he becomes obsessed with her. So then he snaps out of killing himself for a second. You see him like get happy. They then like are in love for like 2 seconds. Then he drops to the ground and dies because
the pills
he took. And then he dies, and because he's dead, the wish stops.
Well, she was about to kill herself because she was still like, while he was dying, like, oh, like I have no reason to live. And then
it ends with her coming to and being like, oh my, like her realizing, looking at the disaster around her. Because now the real Nikki is there, and she just killed all these.
What was really interesting that I saw? It was that.
But the original was that she was just going to kill herself, and that was going to be the end.
Yeah, but I also saw that until they were shooting, the director said that the guy who played Bear had the idea that because he was just gonna take the pills, but it was his idea to like. Try to throw up because when he tried to throw up to be like he couldn't even kill himself for her. He was so selfish like to the very end where like he was gonna make himself throw up because he's like actually I don't want to die for her. Like
exactly.
Right. And then he only couldn't do that because she broke the wish and then
exactly. He was such a selfish character. He is the clear villain of the film because everything he did was incredibly selfish and for himself. Like even when his cat dies in the beginning, he doesn't even care that his cat died. He's automatically just thinking about Nikki and how he's going to tell Nikki he likes her. Like he was just an incredibly selfish character. But the director wanted there to be some sort of gray area where like you don't know if he's necessarily like bad, but it becomes very strikingly obvious how much of a piece of shit he is because he takes everything away from her, from this girl. She has no control of her life and ruins her entire life until the very end when he couldn't even kill himself to save her.
It is funny though, like people are like, oh, she's definitely going to jail because like no one else would. They just show up and there's all these dead bodies around her.
Right, and how are you ever going to explain that? Well, he did say that he wants to make a sequel and basically he just wants to keep doing things about wishes, which is it was a great premise. I thought it was a really great original idea. I'm not a huge horror movie person, but I thought this was spectacular. I would give it an A. I loved it, and not that I see myself. Well, I would maybe.
I kind of do want to watch it again now, knowing like.
I would watch it again with a group of people, but I would never watch it again alone because holy fuck was I terrified.
There were like a lot of, like, because you were saying when people were laughing, like I saw it in the theater and a lot of people, there are a lot of moments where like laughter is warranted. Like there's just funny parts.
There are some absurd parts where you're like, you almost laugh out of being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But there were parts where people were laughing at that just pissed me off because I was like, this isn't funny. Like, I don't know. I was getting very annoyed at my theater there was just like a lot of young kids and stuff and they were laughing at parts that just like were not funny at all. And I was genuinely getting so annoyed. Like I snapped back a couple times, like looking behind me. Like,
by the way, that date scene is already being used like a million times, but that's gonna like live on forever. Like I thought we were having a nice date.
Yeah, don't do that.
I've seen so many TikToks of like, it's like when you realize that like you've done all this, like girls in the audience being like, oh, this is just normal behavior.
It was Oscar worthy, that performance.
Yeah.
Especially that date scene was fucking incredible.
Like when she did that at the party where she like read the excerpt.
The Hansel and Gretel monologue.
Crazy, like, where she's going in and out.
It was insane. And you know what we were talking about? because Matt and I were discussing like the parts that freaked us out the most. It seems like a lot of people were freaked out mostly by her watching him sleep. That part didn't really scare me. I obviously
it did because like she was
scary,
like in the dark,
but
like just in a corner watching him sleep.
I thought there were so many other freaky parts that one I was like, this seems like classic horror movie stuff. Her watching him sleep.
I saw a lot of videos of people being like, I could honestly live with a lot of the stuff, but like the watching me sleep and like the shit that she was doing while she was sleeping.
Yeah,
cutting his hair.
Right. There were also just little things that I thought were perfect, like when I was doing the whole just smiling thing right there, when he's like, all right, I'm gonna go to work, stay here. And she literally stays in that exact spot the entire time, to the point where she pees herself and poops herself on the ground because he said stay here, and she took that literal and did not leave from the spot that she was in. There's just so many little things that were just done so perfectly, and just such a phenomenal cast. Like I honestly, this movie really stuck with me. I'm really glad I went to see it because we almost got cold feet. Like honestly, me, like I was like, I don't know, I think I'm getting afraid. And our movie theater closest to us is in a mall. And so when the movie ended, the mall was closed. And so we were walking through an empty, shut down mall after. And we were so scared. And then in the middle of the night, I woke up.
You should have in the middle of the night gone into the corner of the room and just stared at Marty.
Well, honestly, he was like sound asleep. And he was really scared after. But he was sound asleep. I had trouble sleeping because my curtains were closed, and I just kept thinking to myself, if I were to open the curtains and her face would be there. I also followed her on Instagram as soon as we left the movie because I think she's so great.
Same.
And then I unfollowed her the next day because I thought that if I saw her face, I'd be too scared. But now I'm over it enough where I refollowed her. I was like, okay. I was like, I'm good now. I'll actually follow her again. Like I'm not afraid seeing her face anymore.
I saw like a lot of interviews where she was talking about how she would like practice her faces in the mirror and stuff. Like
she was so.
And she was
good.
like, she said she was scared to do it.
She was so good, just so good. That's a solid A. Good wipes are premium flushable wipes, and that's why they're the best, because they're actually flushable. They are made with plant-based fibers, so they break down very easily. They're made for sensitive skin, made with clean ingredients, and dermatologist tested. Other wipes, they just don't live up to Good Wipes. They can be irritable, cause irritation, but Good Wipes are gentle. Good Wipes are great to keep in your bag, whether you're going to the gym, you got errands to run after, you want to freshen up. Having Good Wipes on you for that purpose is amazing, and for other reasons as well. You know why Good Wipes are good for you. They are very gentle. They have gentle scents. They have rose water, shea cocoa, lavender, and then there's also the fragrance free as well. They're super soft, so they feel so much better than any other wipes. And there's also extra large, with their 40% bigger than other wipes as well. Good Wipes wants you to have a sensational summer. So you can buy any 2 packs of Good Wipes at your favorite retailer, text them your receipt, and get reimbursed almost immediately for one of the wipes. For more details, head to goodwipes.com/CITO. Again, that's goodwipes.com/CITO to snag a free pack of Good Wipes. Hacks, moving on to something lighter. Hacks ended, official ending of Hacks. I love this show so much, and
it was a great ending. I watched the whole last season.
It was so good. I will give an A-.
Yeah,
because I don't want it to end. And Hannah Einbinder posted a whole like goodbye to Ava, and she basically said like how cheesy it was, that she thinks it's cheesy when people do this to their characters, but then she was like, fuck it, like I'm gonna do it anyway, which I thought was really nice. And I'm really glad that, well, I guess I don't want to spoil, but I'm really glad that it didn't end in the way that you maybe thought it was going to end, because that would have just been,
for sure.
That would have just been dark. And I don't think I could have handled that after Obsession, but I will give Hacks an A-. 4 Seasons is back. Shout out to Jenks. They were 2 episodes took place at the Jersey Shore.
That's crazy.
I'm actually only up to episode 6.
They shot it like actually at Jenks.
They actually shot it at Jenks. Like they are on Jenkinson's boardwalk for part of it.
I wonder when they shot that.
In September 24th at some point, I think. We looked it up after.
Actually, the exact date.
September 24th at 4:30.
like, I looked up the filming permits. It was September 24th.
We did because we were like, wait, when did they film this?
You just see like us in the background.
I know. I'm like, wait a second. I was there at the beginning of September.
It's big enough where like they could have been filming on one side you would never see.
Yeah, well, they were kind of filming on that side of the boardwalk, which was funny. I love this show. Tina Fey did talk about how the biggest mistake she made was killing off Steve Carell. Like,
just bring him back.
It was just. I'll give this season a B.
I wonder if she did that because they like didn't think that they would have another season. Like she just thought it was going to be like a one-off show.
Probably. Yeah, maybe.
You know,
I'll give it a B. I love the show. I think it's very funny. I love
Coleman Domingo.
I love Coleman Domingo so much, and I love his style in this show so much.
Big time for Coleman Domingo.
Yeah, I know Euphoria, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I've only watched up to episode 3, but it is great. It's a very entertaining show.
Him and the actor who played Claude are just fantastic. They are
so good.
Highlights of the show for me. And then Summer House Reunion. I guess we'll give it a grade. I'll give it a A-. No, actually, I'll give it a B+. I'll give it a B+. Summer House Reunion. I'm not gonna lie, I thrown off campus again the other night, but we were gonna rate it again, just as like a bedtime show. I was like, wait, you want to watch? Yeah, want to watch the first episode again?
After Obsession.
I will say,
are there certain episodes that you go back to and watch?
Because I usually start when I do I usually start at like episode 3 and on. So I haven't watched episode 1 over a lot, maybe only twice. So let's throw episode 1 on again, and I did that, but. Whatever. That is, I believe, everything I watched.
I will give Hacks. I'll give Hacks an A. I really did love it. I thought they ended it in such a great way. They're just so good. And anytime they do, like, I do love the storyline of like when you watch a show and they work on TV and then like the show ends with them making a TV show about them, but you're watching a TV show.
Right. And
I'm like, it's happened before. And every time I'm like, yeah, like, it's just like a fun storyline. It's like, oh, they, hit the big success. I loved Jimmy and Kayla taking over. I thought that was great. But yeah, it was just like it was a really well done final. Jean Smart's just so good. She really is just incredible. And I really, really enjoyed it. Summer House Reunion is an A- because it really was good. And I'm assuming it'll stay that way. I liked this episode of In the City. I'll give it a B-. I think it's getting better. Getting more interested in these characters. I feel like a lot of this background on what's going on with Amanda and Kyle is just like good context for everything that's been going on and seeing it all play out. And I'm almost caught up on Southern Hospitality. I was trying to catch up before the reunion. I think I'm on episode maybe 11. Not quite sure. But they were leaving Maddie's international gig. She's an international DJ now. So that was a big point. Southern Hospitality is like a solid C+ for me, and that's complimentary. Like I do enjoy watching, but it's not one that like every week I'm like, oh my God, I have to watch a new episode. It's like when I have time, I can catch up on a bunch of them, and I do enjoy watching it. Friends and Neighbors, episode 9. This is the penultimate episode. Noah, did you watch it?
I did.
Big time spoiler if you haven't watched episode 9. Big time spoiler. I'm going to say it again. Spoiler if you haven't watched episode 9. Our guy, he bit it. And he was having a great episode. By the way, we get some James Marsden singing in this episode. And I was like,
incredible singing.
God. Well, yeah, he can do it all. Have you not seen Enchanted?
My parents were watching, and my dad was like, this fucking guy, he's also obsessed with James Marsden. I don't know. James Marsden has a spell on a bunch of people.
I mean, look at him.
It's it's hard not to.
He just does not do it for me. I don't know why.
It's not even. It's like everything about it. He's so charismatic.
He is charismatic. Though.
He is, and he is really just a great act. Like this is a really good character. He's a great actor. This is like a really like. I mean, his character made this whole season.
This episode and honestly, like the last few, I feel like for 40 minutes, there's like not much happening, and then the last 10 minutes is like awesome.
Yeah,
but
no, that is fair. I'm very much rooting for Coop and I always forget her name, but Amanda Peet to get back together.
Yeah.
Although she's a nutcase, and my God, could they stop showing the frickin' dog clip? Like it's like they replayed it 12 times in this episode. Like it was like we get it. Like you can stop replaying it. But I feel like there's a lot that's gonna need to happen in the finale because I feel like there's a lot of stuff with all the money that I don't quite understand.
Yeah, I'm kind of now that he's dead, I'm like, where do they go? Like
right, and
like
it's also like
now?
At the beginning of the episode. When Coop was taken in that van, but James Marsden was saying it wasn't him. So then who was that?
Or was he just like lying?
Because
clearly he was like a different person when he's like threatening his family at the end and said that he wasn't that type of guy. Like
it seems like James Marsden just he was doing a lot of drugs, ketamine, and went into
he's like
all of a sudden the episode ends and he's dead. So.
Yeah.
But you know what?
James Marsden loves dying in a show.
So, he does. And he made it 9 episodes. Yeah. And someone, like, I had thought he was dying episode 4. Like, I thought he was gone way earlier than this.
Yeah.
So they kept him in the show for a long time. But, like, the whole premise of the show, someone had to go,
Yeah, I wish it wasn't him.
I know.
Take John Hamm.
As do I. But it was good. I'll give this episode a B+. Although, actually, no, I'll give this episode an A- because in the grand scheme of things, I've been rating it very high, and I'll stick with it because I thought that there was a lot that was going on in this episode. The Euphoria finale, all 93 minutes of it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm so confused with how to feel about this show and how to feel about how it ended because the tone of the show just took such a drastic change as it went on.
It's a different show.
It's a completely different show compared to how it started. And, you're wrapping up a series finale and you're kind of hoping for a more in-depth look at where these characters are that have started on the show the whole time. And you don't really get that.
No.
You kind of like get a weird glimpse into maybe some stuff with Cassie and Maddie, but like even that I feel like could have gone on for a lot longer. There's a lot of like God, spirituality, finding your faith. Like there's a lot of discussion about the Bible. Rue's whole character this season had sort of been working on like her relationship with God. And you see that all happen. And it felt like that then took over the major theme. You got Coleman Domingo's character coming back in, having a really important role in the whole end of this show, despite not really being in much of the rest of the season. I watched the little behind the scenes at the end. And even he was like, this was like the first time I was shooting with other people. He's like, I've never I've never filmed with other people besides like Zendaya. Also, if you're cool enough to know Zendaya, you call her Z. I also picked that up from the end of everyone talking about the behind the scenes. They were like everybody was calling her Z. I mean, she did such a great job, but yeah, it just took a really different tone. If you haven't watched, I guess also this is another spoiler. So but it's that this one I feel like has actually been pretty hard to avoid because it's
TMZ's like posting like the headline of like
TMZ spoils everything.
Rue dies by fentanyl in final episode like it was a real thing.
They did the same thing with the drama.
Yeah,
they like literally that's how it was spoiled for people.
That's how it was spoiled for me too. I felt like the way that Rue's storyline went down, did make sense. And I thought like Alamo taking her out in that way was, Sam Levinson making a pretty powerful statement about addiction, drug use, the use of fentanyl, and the just the obscene amount of fentanyl that makes its way into this country. And it just felt like that was a very powerful statement.
I like that it wasn't like a happy ending, but it felt very rushed, and it was like, how else could they have ended this show in like a wrapped up way than like, yeah, she had to die.
Yeah, it did feel that way.
And it was so early in the episode.
Lori. Like even with Lori, it was like, yeah, it's time for her to go too. They
were killing off everyone.
But there's just but then there was just like some parts where some of these characters were just not used in a meaningful way at all. Like Jules' entire storyline this entire season was so pointless.
I think most of the storyline, like a lot of people were saying that, where it's like, we could have just we gained nothing from this season. Like,
right.
Just end it where it ended season 2.
It felt like, and I saw people saying this too, was like Sam Levinson just wanted to make a cowboy Western. Yeah. Because it is true. It felt like he had this whole other movie going on in his mind or show. And it was like Rue and the, drug situation and Alamo and Lori and that whole like feud. It really felt like he wanted to make the entire season about that. And then he remembered that he had other characters that he based this entire show on. And he just like had to come up with side plots for all of them. Like he just like...
No, like if you had just watched the final 30 or 45 minutes of this episode, you'd be like, this is Euphoria? Because like none of the main characters are in it. It's like...
No.
I just don't know how we got to a point where it's like, this guy who was introduced this season is like, we're ending the entire show with him, and like it's all around him. And Coleman Domingo's character, like, it is a good character, and like I thought his acting was great, but it's like, that like him, like it was just two characters where I'm like, this is how we're ending it.
Alamo took over the whole season. Yeah, and he was fantastic. That's why it's
good.
Like it was like I thought he was really good. And obviously Coleman Domingo's amazing, but it really was...
Sam Levinson just wanted to be Tarantino
it just jumped,
all of a sudden.
Yeah, it just jumped back and forth to two completely different shows. Like you're like, these storylines are not connected at all. They tried to connect them through Rue, but it like still even didn't really work. I just, you get Cassie trying to make sense with her life, and she's living in this house, and she's not telling anyone that Nate's dead. It's just like, oh, Nate's gone missing. And Lexi's like, you think he's coming back? Like, it's like, I don't know. It was just like a really weird plot line.
Because I remember that you said, like, in the premiere this year, like, you were like, is Maude Apatow acting really bad? Like, that's all I'm seeing now is people being like, what the fuck happened to her acting?
Maybe she just didn't want to be there. I haven't watched since the first episode, so.
Yeah.
Maybe she thought her plot line was dumb, too, because it was just like everything that they were doing felt like side roles to the Rue and Alamo show.
Yeah, like Rue was kind of like a side character Alamo show. Like,
no, I know it was a lot, but there were some things that I did like. Like I liked Bishop going against Alamo in the end.
I thought it was a cool, like good for him. I was like, all right, like. Although I just felt like it was just so random. Like just the whole way the show wrapped up was like.
Really? I mean, the whole last final scene, you're like, wow, this is the way that they're going to end this show. It felt like a pretty strong statement.
Yeah.
It's just like him going to that family and sitting down. It's just like, oh.
I love like people reporting, because Sam Levinson said on that podcast like yesterday, like it's officially over. Like there are no more seasons, where it's like, obviously, like everyone's dead. How would you continue the show? It would just be a different show.
Mm-hmm. It absolutely needs to be. That's you can end it at
please
that.
Like don't do any spin-offs.
No. Please don't do any spin-offs. I'm begging you.
No, I turned that off and was like, all right, it's done.
Yeah.
We're done.
Yeah, no, it really did seem like Sam Levinson was trying to do a lot, and it just didn't all click. Like some of it was good, some of it was not, but like the storylines all just were so jumbled. And it was like, if you were to watch the first season compared to this, you'd be like, I'm sorry, like this is what happened where he completely changed the show?
You know who's a good actor? Marshawn Lynch.
He was great.
He's actually pretty good acting.
He was great, and he had like a way more of an important role than I thought he was going to have. And you know who I also thought was great was Kitty, Grace Van Patten's sister. I thought she did a great job. Oh my God,
that's Grace Van Patten's sister.
Yeah.
Because by the way, I think it was like the first time I saw her, I was like squinting, like, is that Grace Van Patten? Like for the whole episode, I'm like, is it? No, that's not her. But I was like, she looks.
Yeah, that's her.
Wow,
that's her sister.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Sydney Sweeney posted a whole bunch of pictures from the show.
It is funny.
The caption, it's called ... acting.
It's funny to see her posting like so much, and Zendaya hasn't posted one single thing like this entire season.
No. It was nice to see. I feel like she's done with it, but it was nice to see in that little behind the scenes thing, like a clip of her wrapping up her character and thanking everybody and really acknowledging like all the people that have worked on the show for so long. Like that was nice, but you very much understand why it's done now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was an intense finale. I don't even know where I fall in this, to be honest, to grade it. Cause it's just like a statement on the whole season as a whole. Because it was like the finale was interesting and went on for a long time.
But it's like you have to think
it's just long. Like it felt like a feature-length film I was watching. Its own like individual film that had nothing to do with anything else.
If you're grading it on like pound for pound, this episode standalone, like were you entertained? A lot of it, like but I'm more looking at it as like this is wrapping up an entire show, and it makes no sense.
I agree with you. Like it would be higher than, but in the grand scheme of things and the story.
Like, are you satisfied?
It's like a C-.
I was gonna go there. I'm just gonna give it a D, based on like everything. I think that's more of like a whole season type. Like this was as just like a waste of a season.
Really, as a standalone episode, like I don't know, there probably falls more like a C+. But yeah, just the way it's all ending C-. And Hacks I graded. Yeah, I think I only watched the first 3 episodes of 4 seasons, so I have to jump back into that. I also think I want to watch this Calabasas Confidential show.
I do too. I mean, listen, these spoiled brats gotta watch it.
Yeah,
gotta see what's going on.
I know. I was like, I can't believe I want to watch that, but I like think that I do. And then of course, like Love Island starts, so we're gonna be knee deep in UK and US both starting at the same time. And that's everything I watched. 91% of dog parents say their pup is an important member of the family. And 40% would even say their dog over a human stranger. Safe to say, people are obsessed. And if anyone gets being dog obsessed, it's Ollie. They're relentless about delivering the best food and experience for you and your dog, and they give you a way to check in on their health over and over and over again. Ollie's fresh recipes are developed by real chefs and backed by vet nutritionists. They're obsessed with making the best meals with the highest quality ingredients. From the moment you start your subscription, everything is tailored to your pup. The meals are perfectly portioned, and you get a pup tainer and scoop for easy storing and serving. I really think you see so many levels of people being obsessed with their dog. Olive was just up here. She's got a seat at the table. You know, it's like at the dining table, there's a spot for her because she's part of the family. We're making sure that she has a seat. You see everybody doing all these things with their dogs. Photos. I don't know if you saw that newborn photo shoot that went viral last week of someone taking their puppy and doing a full newborn photo shoot. Fair to say people are obsessed with their dogs. So get ready for both you and your pup to be obsessed. Head to ollie.com/chicks. Tell them all about your dog and use code CHICKS to get 70% off your welcome kit when you subscribe today. Plus, they offer an obsession guarantee. If you're not completely obsessed, you'll get your money back. That's OLLIE.com/chicks and enter code CHICKS to get 70% off your first box. Ollie, feed the obsession.
Okay, I watched a couple more episodes of Mad Men. I finished season 3 finally. I'm trying to...
Nice.
I don't want to like have what happened to you in Fast and Furious happen to me with Mad Men. So I'm like trying to get back into it. It's just so hard. There's so many shows, and now there's so many movies. Like there are so many movies in theaters that I want to see right now. I almost went to see that Nick Jonas movie. I'm hearing like great things about it.
It's supposed to be very good.
Yeah. But yeah, Mad Men, the end of season 3, very good. I guess it doesn't matter if I spoil it. The show's been out for like 20 years. But his wife, Don Draper's wife, finds out about his big secret. And I like the end of season 3 a lot. So I don't really know where it's going to go from here. But his marriage is seemingly over.
How many seasons did they do?
There's 7. Yeah, so got it.
I never watched it.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. So I'll give that an A-. I saw the movie Tuner.
Been hearing about this.
Really good. Really
I don't know
good.
what this
Leah
is
Woodall,
at all. Oh, yes. Okay.
Leah Woodall, Dustin Hoffman's in it. By the way, how old do you think Dustin Hoffman is? I was kind of stunned when I
82?
73.
He was 88.
Wow.
What?
And he was like sizable character in this movie.
I figured he was in his 80s, but
I didn't know he was that old.
I thought low 80s.
Damn,
Yeah.
I did not realize he was that.
But
I thought I was going to be shocked by how young he was. That's why I went younger.
no, but this movie was like right up my. I knew I was gonna like it because it's like centered around music, and that's just like something that I gravitate toward anyway. But
Yeah.
Leah Woodall was like incredible, and it's hard to. There are a lot of similarities inherently with the movie Baby Driver, like kind of. Although I think this movie's a lot better, and I really like Baby Driver. But the acting in this movie was great. There's really, I think Clemmer talking about it, but there is something for everyone. It's like a heist movie. It's about like great music, romance.
95%.
Yeah. The love interest in this movie was really good as well, Havana. And it was like concise too. It's another hour and 49 minutes. Like,
Nice.
just really good. Yeah, I would highly recommend that. I might have. That's an A for me as well. Yeah, I might go back and see that again too. Just overall, just really good. I watched the Martin Short documentary. Great.
Just great
Yeah,
stuff,
just
right?
great stuff.
Just to make you smile.
Yeah. Also, like the ending was great. Like I love the montage, the Paul McCartney song. I'll give that a B+. I think because I read the memoir, like a lot of it was like I kind of had heard it already. But it was cool to see like all his. He's filmed like a million things on this like home video camera, which is cool, and to see like everyone talk about him. But yeah, just great outlook on life.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll give that a B+. Obsession, talked about it, given an A. Great movie. Your Friends and Neighbors, I said we give a B. I watched this movie Wasteland yesterday, which is a British movie, a British prison movie, which was like extremely intense. It's only an hour and 30 minutes. I can't even find the right movie right now because I want to shout out the actor. It's the guy from he was in Industry. Is it Wasteland? Why is it not coming up?
Like,
Wasteland movie.
You even watch this movie?
What was the name of this movie?
Wait, I don't want to say the wrong. Oh, Waste Man. Thank God I looked it up.
Waste Man.
Waste
Classic
Man.
mix up.
Oh shit. Yeah, Waste Man. Really good movie. Like I knew it was gonna be intense going in. It's all set. It takes place in a prison the entire movie, and it's pretty violent, but great acting. Yeah, I think if you like are into that type of movie, like prison, extremely good. So I'll give that an A-. Euphoria, gave that a D. Just happy that's over.
Just a relief.
That's like why when Fran was like, "Oh, I watched the behind the scenes thing," I'm like, I couldn't have shut this off faster. Like, there it is.
Yeah.
And then I went back to because I had started Widow's Bay finally.
I've heard great things about Widow's
Really
Bay.
good. I mean, that's another one that everyone is like, "This is the greatest show on TV like in a long time." And
Is that Apple TV?
it's Apple TV.
People are raving about that.
So I watched the first 5 episodes. There's 7 out. It is very good, and it's like a good mix of horror and comedy. The comedy's pretty dry. Like, I would say it's a kind of more on the
so
horror
it's
side.
like a comedy during the day and a horror at night, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't even say like it's that black and white of like I would say it's more horror than comedy. But the comedy is kind of sprinkled in throughout, but it's very like dry humor.
Mm-hmm.
But it's interesting because it's like basically they're on this island called Widow's Bay, and the main character, it gives me White Lotus vibes a little bit, where like we're with this the mayor is the main character, and his whole goal is like he wants tourists to come to the island. He wants it to become like Martha's Vineyard or like Sag Harbor. Like he wants a lot of tourism.
It's funny that when you Google it, Widow's Bay, it says, "Did you mean the next Martha's Vineyard and definitely not cursed?"
Yeah, because that was like it's not a spoiler. Like early on, there's a reporter who comes and he's like really trying to like give him a great tour, so he writes up a nice thing about it, and the guy's like, he's
such a good actor.
Oh, I'm gonna watch
Matthew
this
Reese.
later.
Yeah. But it was funny because he wrote like the next Martha's Vineyard. I actually laughed out loud because he was like, yeah, like I don't know why this isn't like a Cape Cod type, or he's like, we have the best lobster in the country, and the guy's like, oh wow, that's like strong words. Like I might have to tell the people of Cape Cod, and he just goes, fuck Cape Cod. But really good. I'm excited to catch up on the next 2 episodes. But yeah, it is like a White Lotus where like kind of vibe of him trying to like manage everything and just constantly things are going wrong. And also Stephen Root, who he's an incredible actor too. His character's great in this.
I'm excited to watch that one.
But yeah, I would say this is I'll give it an A- so far, but it's really good. So
nice.
He's done so many amazing things, that actor, and yet every time I see him, I think of Dodgeball.
Oh yeah, Barry. He was in Barry. He was really good in Barry. Yeah, great show.
Oh, I'm excited to watch this. That's been on the list.
Yeah, I'm definitely putting this on my list too because now the Euphoria is over, I need something new for me and Joe to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that wraps up everything we watched this week. That wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. Thank you so much for watching and listening. We love you guys so very much, and we'll talk to you on Wednesday.
Yeah, Chicks in the Office, long-time listener, first-time caller.
Look at the charts, who does it the best? 2 chicks getting paid in reality checks.